Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 57.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. In motion right is Hopkins. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Prescott down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. first down. Prescott. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. First down, and they go back to Harris. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll run again with Harris. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's third and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Damian Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cards are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got room. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Another try for Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try the right side with Harris.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running for it, Montgomery. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow, eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here we go. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Throwing, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
First down. Here's Burrow. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow escaping the pressure right. He finds his running back, Mixon.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now Burrow on first down. This is caught. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bengals will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Rolling to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Flushed out right. And this is caught. He hits more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Prescott to throw it.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now it's the backup, Newton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
From the red zone now, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It was Marcus Golden that time who came roaring in to get him.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril. Yeah,
we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow, he'll buy some time right. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Once again, they run with Mixon.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th.
2nd and 11.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. Big 13, big 13.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Joe Mixon with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bengals are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I
think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. From the 27, Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mixing up the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for